Dear ministers, it's really a pleasure to see so many ministers in these rooms. Distinguished partners and members of the 4 per 1,000 initiatives, ladies and gentlemen. First, I would like to thank Dr. Eikens for his presence and for hosting our meeting during these 3 days, and also to all his teams for their support on the organization of this major event of the initiative. Thank you very much. It is an honor and pleasure to preside over the opening of this important encounter for the 4 per 1,000 initiative. This forum, the second of its kind, which brings together all the partners of the initiative, certainly meets a major concern shared by all the signatories on how to move forward on this major topic. To be successful, our efforts can and must be carried out everywhere and be effective using all the relevant practices: conservation agriculture, organic fertilization, reduction of tillage, agroecology, etc. I would also like to reiterate the importance of drastically reducing our carbon emissions on a global scale. It goes without saying that while the initiative can help to achieve our objectives, it cannot replace the obligations that are ours in terms of reducing carbon emissions. Noting that all soils of the planet have a potential for storing carbon, this initiative is an opportunity to work on agricultural models by moving from intensive agriculture using inputs and mechanization to a more natural process and ecosystems agriculture. Of course, the initiative will only live and make sense for its members and partners, the most important of which are those working on the ground, farmers and foresters. If we want to achieve the goals we have set for ourselves and make this initiative a success, we need to put the farmer back at the heart of the issue and define a strategic vision of the climate issue in relation to the Sustainable Development Goals. Farmers and foresters are the ones who possess the technical knowledge and necessary experience to define and implement the actions we have defined. After 2 years of setting up the initiative, in terms of advocacy and governance especially, it is now the time for action. We have a window of change that we need to explore as we are all here, and it is a good opportunity to discuss and define our strategy to move forward and implement activities on the ground. To do so, partnerships and alliances are central. Technically, 4 per 1,000 is not a sector issue, neither is it a one-discipline issue. The initiative recognizes and embraces this as one of the underlying principles. It can't be business as usual on aspects of partnerships and alliances. I should in fact emphasize that the quality of the partnerships and alliances will greatly determine the extent to which we succeed in this initiative. I do not underestimate the challenges involved in realizing quality and purpose-built partnerships, enabling intersectorial and interdisciplinary considerations. This will enable us to realize inclusiveness while leveraging our individual and collective capacity and resources to achieve more and better. This is also important with regard to South-North and South-South partnerships, and indeed partnerships and alliances across policy on the one side and science on the other, between government, civil society and private sector, including academia and research institutions, farmer organizations, decentralized governments, and traditional leadership, as well as the financing sector. Realizing intelligent partnerships and alliances will require deliberate and innovative strategies, mechanisms and actions, including web and non-web-based mechanisms, as well as encouraging and facilitation for decentralized partnership clusters at community country level. Please let me also, in the name of the initiative, express our gratitude to the members of the Future Policy Awards jury for the Vision Award that we received in September 2017. This represents for us a major international recognition because our initiative is young and it needs those kinds of recognition. It is at the same time a wonderful encouragement for the promotion of carbon sequestration in soils in agriculture and forestry that will allow us to tackle one of the major challenges of the next 30 years, which is food security. So personally, I would like to commit to make the necessary efforts with all the members of our initiative so that 4 per thousand is wealthy of the trust that has been placed in us. Now, I think it's the time to open this forum formally and begin our work. Thank you.